What are you waiting for? Now is the great time to step up and step into action with the GamePix 800 smart gaming projector from Philips. In the box, you're going to get your projector, of course, a UK 3-pin plug, remote control with batteries, which is always handy, your paperwork. So your projector has a clean design, features a squared cutout for your rounded projector lens. No worries though, this doesn't interrupt the lens or the actual light emitted from your projector. So there's also Philips branding, and then on the top of your projector is equipped with 10 buttons with a range of options to turn on and off, navigate and adjust volumes, access settings, which we'll all explore a little bit later on. It's a small compact design measuring only 302 by 237 by 119 millimeters and weighs only 2.6 kilos. On the back of our projector we have our power connection, 2 HDMI cables, 1 USB port and 1 RS-232 port and a headphone jack. Keen-eyed viewers out there may have noticed this little bulge on the back of our projector. This actually houses your Google TV streaming device. That is connected to a third HDMI port, all hidden away in this little bulge here, but that means that we have Google TV built into this system. At the bottom of your projector you will find an adjustable front foot that helps position in an optimal position and provides the options for mounting on the ceiling. So the next step is just to find a clear wall or use a projector screen and connect your devices. So in my case I connected my PS5, my Xbox, or even the brand new Nintendo Switch. And of course you could connect in via the USB port if you want to watch movies saved in your backups. The setup process is simple and straightforward, ensuring that you connect to your Wi-Fi network and have a phone or tablet on hand to complete the connection to Google TV. You may also need any streaming services logins, so when you're prompted you could sign in and get using straight away, so such as Disney+, YouTube, Netflix. This means our projector is classed as a smart projector over other projectors that are available, and when we compare with the GamePix 900 that's also been released by Philips, by having Google TV and the Google system built into this projector, this means it's a more of a smarter projector over traditional standard OS projectors that we see, allowing for updates to come through and also updates in the future. And also there is sections for settings and other controls for your projector. You're able to change and adjust your home screen and also move and manipulate apps into different positions, and also set a wallpaper if you wish. On the projector near the housing for the lens you actually have a physical zoom and focus controls. These allow you to zoom in and get focused for a large gaming session, and believe me, you're going to game on a huge display here. One thing to just note, these are both manual controls. There's no autofocus or auto zoom settings. So using the HDMI connections, I have connected to the PS5 and the Xbox and including the Nintendo Switch for an enjoyable gaming session. So from Tony Hawk's to Assassin's Creed or even checking out the new Mario Kart World. Been a lot of fun had while testing this out. So as this projector is designed towards gaming, there are 3 dedicated gaming presets: action gaming, adventure gaming and sports gaming. So this projector is always aimed towards gaming, so think gaming first before choosing to buy this projector. If you want to watch movies and enjoy content through the streaming platforms, you can, absolutely fine, but Philips have really set out their stand here to look at gaming before anything else. These presets optimize the display settings for each gaming genre, ensuring you get the best visuals and performance for your favorite games, and it saves you going into the settings and manually controlling them or changing them. There is a built-in speaker, so you don't need to connect any other audio. You do have the option of the headphone jack or even the USB, so you could add an external speaker if you wish, but there is a 5-watt speaker built in with a sound chamber, and it's enough sound to be heard. However, I would connect another device or use headphones if I wanted to use this full time and to replace my gaming setup. Let's move on to a bit more detail of our projector. So using a 0.65 inch DMD chip for the latest DLP technology allows for great image quality with deep contrast, bright colors and a sharp details, and there's a key difference here between this device and the GamePix 900, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. So to capture all those details and get that brightness that we want to use during the day and the night, that's thanks to the 2500 ANSI lumens so of brightness, which is really helpful. With an LED light source, it allows us for an improved gaming experience during the day and especially enhanced during the nighttime or a dark room. Definitely make sure you've got a darker room, as then that's where it really steps up and you get the most out of your projector. So when it comes to gaming, you have 8 milliseconds input lag, 120 Hz refresh rate, which is incredible, and it's a 1920 by 1080 resolution, so HD resolution 1080p, and it has a 16:9 aspect ratio, of course ready for movie movies to enjoy and actually sit back and chill after you finish gaming. And with entry-level HDR10, you can enjoy HDR content and immerse yourself in the movies, or jump into different worlds and then just enjoy what's happening. Really loving getting back into Tony Hawk's, actually really enjoying that one. But let me know, what movie would you sit back and watch? The first movie you're going to watch on your new projector, what it would be, and definitely what world would you jump into to actually start your gaming adventure. So leave your comments below and I look forward to discussing them with you all later on. So with settings and configurations, you can actually achieve a 150-inch display or 380 centimeters. That is absolutely huge, but just as long as you have enough space. So I tried to achieve this in my own home and I just don't have enough space. But you can actually achieve 150 inches, able to have 120 Hz refresh rate at 1080p resolution. But if you want a little bit higher resolution, this may be where you look at the GamePix 900, which has a 4K resolution. You may be wondering, why choose the GamePix 800 over the GamePix 900 projector? Philips recently released the GamePix 900 and there's slight differences between the two. So the GamePix 800, the model that I have here, is a smart projector with built-in Google TV and a higher brightness of 2500 lumens. So being a smart projector, as I said, is able then to have the apps will get updated, Google TV will get updated, compared to the GamePix 900 that just had a standalone OS. You're relying on that being updated. While the GamePix 900 boosts a higher resolution, so it has a 4K resolution, it lacks that Google TV and only has 1000 lumens of brightness. GamePix 800 is noted for a balanced features and potentially better overall value for money, because it can be updated a little bit later on as the time goes on. The GamePix 800 actually costs less than the GamePix 900. So currently at the time of filming, the GamePix 800 is under £1,000, so $999 here in the UK, and the GamePix 900 costs over £1,161. All of these will be linked in the video description, and again, if you need any help or support, drop a comment down below. From an accessibility point of view, I would prefer an autofocus, just making it a little bit easier for me on my eyes. However, for those that don't have an eyesight condition, it's going to be quite simple and quite easy. It's a nice tactile spin wheel, the focus and the zoom. Tactile and easy button navigation. That's either via the remote control or via the buttons actually on your projector. Simple, easy controls as well, so easy to navigate and understand, using an OS that I'm very used to. You may wonder how many hours you can actually game or sit back and enjoy movies with this projector without worrying about the lifespan. So the lifespan is 30,000 hours of the LED. This works out to a consistent use of 1,250 days. So challenge on. However, I've noted that Philips has mentioned 4 hours of use daily would lead to about 20 years lifespan. So with it actually having an LED light source, this will also help with the environment, meaning it will last for longer and also be helpful with energy efficiency. So you can always save those pennies, which is great because then you can just get new games if you wish. For the first time experiencing Google TV, it's an easy setup, it's easy navigation. You can move apps if you want to move them around and set them in your preferred options. You can download and have a complete control, which is always a bonus. Hopefully the option to update will be in the future, so make sure to just go and check for software updates. As I've mentioned, I've used Disney Plus, I've used YouTube, there's Netflix, there's all the different services you want. So I've been enjoying my own content on YouTube, checking out the other people I subscribe to on YouTube as well. While I'm here, make sure you subscribe today to stay updated with all of my latest videos. So just finishing up here with my personal thoughts to wrap up this video is that it has been really enjoyable. I've really enjoyed my gaming over movie watching, and that is because this projector is aimed towards the gamer. It's able to achieve a great gaming throughout the day and the night thanks to the really bright 2500 lumens of brightness, which is really helpful, especially during the sunny days here. One side note to think about though is when you're buying a projector, working out and calculating the best distance to achieve the largest display. So obviously I never even got close to that 150 inches because I needed a lot larger room with enough space to place it onto. However, using a white wall or white background and then either choosing a projector screen can really help achieve this. But hopefully I've given you enough options here to check out and think, is this the right gaming projector for me? I've really enjoyed gaming on this and watching movies. For me, being visually impaired, I don't think I could use a projector every day. However, I've really enjoyed my gaming experience on this projector. But for you, there could be a day where this replaces your TV. because it's able to have the Google streaming services. You can stream any apps you want, and then able to game on a huge 150-inch screen at 120 Hz refresh rate and at 1080p. The GamePix 800 projector is the smart choice, so let me know what you think. It's always great to hear from you. So you can purchase the GamePix 800, as I said, from about £1,000, and I will leave the link in the video description, as well as a link to Philips UK where you can go and learn more, as well as Amazon UK where it will be available really soon. So make sure to check out my latest videos over here to the left. Make sure to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and you will be updated when I share new videos. Have a great day and enjoy your gaming.